Landing on the volcanic lava world of Mustafar, the recently anointed Sith apprentice Darth Vader asks his astromech to stay with his ship, whilst he followed the orders of his master Darth Sidious. Entering the mining facility in silence, Viceroy Gunray had been expecting Vader to deal with their peace negotiations, but Vader was in no such mood. Closing the doors with the Force, Vader ruthlessly cuts down the entire Separatist Alliance, showing no mercy to the pleading Gunray. Telling his master of his success, Sidious orders Vader to deactivate the remainder of the Trade Federation's droid army. After completing his task, Vader walks back to his ship and sees the Naboo starship of Padme Amidala. Padme tries to stop Anakin from continuing on the path he was on, but the presence of Obi-Wan vanquished any hope of returning to the light. By force choking Padme, Vader had caused the one thing he had turned to the dark side to avoid, as she lost the will to live. But what if Anakin had never stayed on Mustafar? What if he left before Padme and Obi-Wan had arrived? Would Padme be able to raise Luke and Leia? Would Vader be confined to cybernetics? As you're about to see, everything is going to be shifted. Taking a mighty slash with his lightsaber across the torso of Viceroy Gunray, Vader quickly informed his master that he had dealt with the Separatists. Rather than destroy the droid army now, Sidious decided that he would wait until Vader had returned to Coruscant. Exiting the Techno-Union's secret war room, Vader rushed back to his ship, but to his anger, R2-D2 had disappeared. Even his most loyal astromech had betrayed him. Force-pulling another astromech from a nearby building towards him, Vader took off to Coruscant, in search of his master and Padme. Back on Mustafar, R2-D2 rose from the banking of a lava river, just as Vader flew away. Waiting patiently on the landing platform, another ship soon arrived, the Naboo starship belonging to Padme Amidala. Obi-Wan Kenobi, who had secretly boarded the ship, does not sense Anakin, and reveals his presence to Padme, who had left the ship and found R2-D2. Padme is not fussed over the surprise appearance of Obi-Wan, only concerned about Anakin. Asking R2-D2 about the whereabouts of Anakin, C-3PO is able to tell Padme that R2-D2 had seen him leave just moments ago. Obi-Wan scours the area for any clue as to where Anakin had gone to, and entering the mining facility, he is met by the scene of a massacre. If Obi-Wan had not seen the security recordings and the bodies of the Jedi Temple, Obi-Wan would have been even more horrified, but he had to focus on finding what was formerly his Padawan. Watching a recording on the closest holoprojector, it is another conversation between Darth Sidious and Darth Vader. Referring to the planet of Coruscant, Obi-Wan uses force speed to get back to the ship, and they all go to pursue Anakin. The Sith apprentice, however, is already close to Coruscant and far ahead of Padme. Landing next to Padme's apartment, his rage heightens as he sees that it is deserted. The Jedi had taken Padme away from him, and he vowed for revenge. Leaving the place, Vader cannot reach his master, but anticipates that he will be at the Senate building. Entering the Galactic Senate chamber, Vader sees Palpatine in his own office, and bows to his master. Telling his master about what had happened to Padme, Sidious promises that he will have the chance to exact his revenge very soon. Outside of the building, the clones gather to defend it from any ambitious intruders, but it had been quiet since the arrival of Lord Vader. Their moment of peace is disturbed by a sleek ship passing overhead, and one commander reports this to Lord Sidious. Sidious allows their passage through, and he waited. Inside of the ship, Padme had no intentions of interacting with Lord Sidious, as she was about to give birth to her children. With the aid of her handmaidens and medical droids, they reconvene in Padme's apartment, where she delivers Luke and Leia. Yoda and Bail Organa soon arrive, after receiving the news from Obi-Wan, and they have to decide what to do next. Yoda wants to separate the children for their safety, but Padme is adamant in keeping them together, as she still felt the light in Anakin. Yoda is skeptical, and asks Obi-Wan for his view. Obi-Wan walks to a holoprojector, and tries to contact former Jedi Padawan Ahsoka Tano. In spite of the entire Venator-class Star Destroyer billowing with smoke, the holoprojector somehow remained intact, and the beeping sound is picked up by the strong senses of Ahsoka. Using the Force, she lifts the holoprojector in front of her, and she is soon joined by Rex. Obi-Wan talks to Ahsoka about helping to raise the twins, and Ahsoka is reticent at first. In the end, she agreed to do this duty as a citizen, not a Jedi. Ahsoka drops her lightsaber to the ground, and along with Rex, joined Obi-Wan on Bail Organa's ship. Yoda quickly departs into his exile, but everyone else decides they should not stay on the same world for too long, fearful of the new Empire. Still on Coruscant, Sidious had been wrong about the Jedi pursuing him, and Vader was displeased. An opportunity to eliminate the Jedi had slipped away, and with that, Padme as well. Vader used his raw power to destroy their surroundings, and Sidious cackled in delight. Walking through the destruction his apprentice had caused, Sidious guided his apprentice to his ship, and together they headed for a Star Destroyer. Looking at the planets around them, their reign of terror had just begun. That is it for part 1 of What If Anakin Never Stayed on Mustafar. Thank you to Aaron Wright for the suggestion of this video. Also, go check out the channel Banter Stew, as he produces some great Star Wars content. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. If you enjoyed this, please like this video, turn on your notification bell, and subscribe for more what ifs. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.